Hey everyone, my name is Jerimiah Mayle, and welcome back to another farming sim video. Today we're going to go ahead and try and do a full test run video to see if I can make it through a whole year without going over an hour recording wise. I mean, should be fairly easy, but I've said that before and it was never easy. But today the reason why we're starting here is because I want to go ahead and get something to fertilize with. And I'm thinking I'll go ahead and start with a weeder because it doesn't produce anything. Like I don't have to pay for fertilizer. All you have to do is make sure that you get it, you use it in the first stages of cropping. Or of crop growing. There we go. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and have it red to match the rest of our stuff. So this will be a red farm. I did, as you can see up in the corner, my money is a little bit low, and that's because I've been paying off my loan. I did a little bit of work on some people's fields, and I found out a couple of things. Firstly, we don't get bonuses anymore, which is probably the biggest reason why people did jobs in the game, is because not only did you get paid for doing the work, you also got a decent bonus. It wasn't always perfect, like a perfect big bonus that went over your pay. Well, maybe in the beginning, but it never went over. But it was definitely a decent amount of money. But sadly, they don't have that. They don't have that in the seasons mod, which is kind of sad. Also, there is a vehicle for sale. Let me go ahead and go all the way over here. Okay. I tried to buy this, and it claimed to be sellable for full price, but that was quickly becoming untrue. So, technically, the sales thing kind of worked. I mean, it in a sense, it's sad. Technically, I would get $34,000 back, which is the original price for it, but I only got back the money I purchased it for. But that's only when the sale was on. So technically, let me go ahead and do this just because I'm actually curious and I don't want to rerun the seasons mod again. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and actually we have to get out some more money from the loan. Borrow. There we go. Now we should be safe. Here we go. And purchase. There we go. Now, as soon as this goes off sale, if it'll work. Okay. If this goes off sale, then we're going to go ahead and sell it and see if we get full price for it when we sell it, or if we'll get our 2,700 back. Because I'm actually kind of curious. Or not 2,700. 27,000. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get this person to start working. Like I said, the weeder I think is the best option because it doesn't make it cost any fertilizer. Let me make sure it's actually doing its job. Okay, it is good. Okay, so it doesn't produce anything. All I have to do is really just run it over the field, and the only thing I'll be paying for is the worker. Unlike a standard fertilizer thing, which would cost me fertilizer to run it, but there was always a profit. Now this is going to be a huge profit because I'm not going to be losing any money toward it apart from maybe paying a worker to do it for me. Quite a dreadful day. Very rainy. That's always something sad that gets me. Just rain. Now he's going to work all day on these 3 fields. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead because this is a very, very boring part. Because all I do is watch YouTube and just wait for this to get done. And I guess we'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, I had to actually get off the world so I could refresh my capture. For some reason, it wasn't working. Anyway, that don't matter. It is summer. Well, midsummer. And let me go ahead and set this back to our 15. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take this off over to our loading area, to our silos. Now, with all that grain over there, not grain, with all that straw over there, I'm debating on whether I should get a baler or not. Because technically, if I wanted to make money and not get a loan, then I would not do it. But if I want to get money in the long run, then I would definitely go for the loan, and eventually I would pay off the loan. So, you know, I might go ahead and take back a lot of the money for my loan, just because I definitely am going to be making about, I'd say maybe almost as much as I'm going to be making as much money as as the crops are actually worth themselves. So I'll be doubling my profit. Oh, check this out. I didn't notice this. If you actually drive through, the grass, it actually does take out the grass, which is because of the crop destruction mod. Which, I mean, I like. It's kind of cool. Makes you realize, hey, maybe something was over that. Or I've been driving over that. But I mean, obviously, it doesn't matter to me because it's just grass, and grass can grow back. But through our crops, that's a whole nother issue. Come on, man. I wonder if the AI is smarter now because they're not actually driving through the crop. Because usually they would just back into it. Huh. Alright, well, anyway, I would like to actually probably give myself more debt through the loan, just because of how much profit I could be getting from baling up the hay and selling it over at the barn. It's a lot of money. I like money. Okay. Also, I hate to say this, but I don't remember if this worked or not, because I done it like I think about an hour. Well, I started it about an hour ago. Now, technically, I don't think I lost any money, but I don't think I gained any money either. So, I'm not too sure. I might have to rerun the test on the next item that is 20% off. Then that time I'll actually write down the numbers. Okay. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and sell. Or not sell. What the hell am I saying? I'll go ahead and head down to the shop and get a loan. And I know I don't have to really go down to the shop to get the loan, but I'd rather do it this way just because it's more fun. Here we go. Now, turn the blinker on for this side and off. Here we go. Let's go ahead and park in our usual spot, which would really be right here. This is where I used to always park. Now, I wish if I left the car on, it would actually burn the gas. Because, you know, logically, if you left your car on, the gas would go down. Now, I wish they had that in this game, or in the mod, but I don't think they do. Which is kind of sad. But now, I don't want to keep getting out alone, because it does seriously impact me. Like, really bad. And my PC just went off, scared the crap out of me. Like, just things went dark for a minute. I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay. So, Baling technology. Ooh, actually, if we wanted to, we could lease it. I think that's the best option right now without purchasing it for 100,000. That's the best option we have. Now, I hate this thing. I absolutely hate this, but this is the best thing to get. So we're also going to lease out this. Now, hopefully this mod doesn't screw me over, and I still get double the profit, because every single time, every time I use baling, not only do I get the money from the actual crop itself, I'm also getting the money from the hay, which is baled and ran through the barn, and that gives me almost about the same amount of money as I do with the actual crop. Okay, and I know I shouldn't be teleporting, but also I need to get things done, like, because it's always continuously going to be 15 now, so, or like times 15 speed, time speed, so it's going to be faster than normal, so definitely things are going to go by a lot faster, and that means I don't have time to just wait around for things to get done over one side. You know, sometimes teleporting is the only option I have. Wait a minute. I'm an idiot. I don't know why. I thought I brought down the tractor down to the shop. Well, I mean, eventually. Well, not eventually. I'm going to have to go take my tractor down there so I can pick up the baler and bale trailer. Okay, I'm curious. Does this have a texture to the back? No, this does not. Does this one? No, this one does not either. So, these two are not going to be able to be transported both at the same time. Oh, see, okay, never mind. Did that leave any crop damage? How's this not leaving crop damage? But yet, when I drive through it, it leaves crop damage. What? What? Explain. I am confusion. Oh. Anyway. I'm going to have to actually, wait. Well, yeah. I'm going to have to wait for him to get finished with collecting, and once his tank is full, I'll go ahead and collect the harvest from him, dump it out, then I'll leave the tipper here and I'll just head down to the shop. I mean, I might as well go ahead and stop him at the end of this line. Just because him going near the... Wait a minute. You know, I'll let him continue going around just because then his arm will be extended out this way toward my tractor, so then I won't have to, you know, drive him around and wrap him around. So you know, he's going to do that for us, so it's fine. All right, we can catch him before he goes. Here we go. Stop, and let him move forward a bit, and stop. There we go. Now let's... You going? There you go. You got work to do. I'll go ahead and take this over here and unload it into our silo, and we can go ahead and head down to the shop to start moving our baler. Once we have the baler down here, then I'll go back for the bale trailer. I think it'd be a automated bale trailer. Now, I wish the workers could actually do the baling for me. I mean, just mostly because I'm lazy and it's a very time-consuming thing and can be very tedious when you have a harvester doing stuff, so you know you have to keep switching between vehicles all the time. So, you know, it would be very convenient if I could just have a worker do that for me, but, I mean, beggars can't be choosers, so I guess this is what we have to deal with. But that would be a cool mod, though. Like, although they're not updating mods for this game, for FS19, they could add that in as a mod. And speaking of, if you play 19, you might kind of understand this, especially for consoles. They don't have enough mods in that game. Like, they don't really have many mods at all. I mean, yes, there's a lot, but there's not a lot at the same time. Like, if you check the mods on FS17, it's a lot more than what it is on 19. Although, this one has been out longer than 19. By this time, 17 was already getting packed. And I feel like that is the fault of Giants Software. Or yeah, Giants. Big Giants? I'm trying to remember the company that actually made the game. Crap. Okay. I wasn't paying attention and I forgot to actually... I forgot to disattach my... Disattach my... trailer. I'm having an aneurysm, I swear. Like, I swear every moment is a stroke for me. Put that on. But, I mean, at least this one has an attacher to it, so I can actually back in and hook this one onto it. If I can line it up straight. And if it actually is compatible with it. I don't think it is. It is not. Great. Great to know. I'm very happy. Alright. Let's back up. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, how are you done? But then I forgot it's raining. And harvesters can't do anything when it rains, so... And I guess that's the sucky thing about the Seasons mod, or about my time implementation, is that I can't slow down time to get a field done. It's going to be stuck on one time, and that might mean that rain will happen a lot sooner. And, you know, my harvester can't do anything while it rains, but, you know. I started out this video not so bad at communicating, then just suddenly, as I'm doing this, it just keeps getting worse. My god. Backing up and trying to line up with this is excruciating. And I don't want to come back for a third time just to pick up my... It's not even going to work, is it? God damn it. Well, you know what? I'll be right back. Okay, so, good news and bad news. Good news is I actually got everything back to the farm, apart from my car. Which is fine. I mean, we can go ahead and just leave that here. But bad news is the majority of our hay was washed away with the rain. That's kind of sad. I didn't think that was a thing. Actually, really, it never even came to mind. But with the Seasons mod, I'm pretty sure it's the Seasons mod that did this. Your straw washes away if it's not collected. No, I mean, it's not the end of the world, because, of course, we still have that field and that field, but it would have been nice to, you know, kind of get all of this for profit, but, you know, not the end of the world, like I said. Now, let me turn this on, and let's go ahead and start collecting. We're going to collect at the very little that is left. And my god, what the hell? You see how fast this thing is going? And why did this stop? No, don't go the other way. Go the way of the majority of the crop. See, my workers are so dumb. Like, I thought I was dumb. Come on, man. You gotta work. There we go. But, firstly, I don't know what the heck is this and why it's going so slow, but, I mean, I'm guessing it's because of the type of harvester. I mean, not harvester. I'm guessing it's because of the weight of the baler, which is kind of sad. Maybe it was because we were going uphill. We'll go ahead and try and start over here, but it looks like we might have to go with a very, very small baler. Yeah, this looks like this isn't gonna make it. This is not gonna work out that well. I mean, it works out if it's level and flat, but even a slight incline uphill, it seems to not work at all, which is kind of annoying because, you know, that would slow things down a lot. Let's go and try again. Once you get it going, it does seem to continue to stay in motion, but if you were to start going uphill, you're going to have some issues getting any momentum at all. So, I mean, kinda slow, but, I mean, it's the best we got, for transportation-wise, or, like, bidding-wise, without getting a small bale, baler. Because if you have a small baler, then that is more bales you have to carry, and you can't use that bale carrier over there to carry them. You have to have just basically a standard tipper or something like that to carry them in, and that's annoying because they tend to fall out of that. Like you just move a little bit and they fall out. Or that might be because I try and overload them and they can't take that much. Alright, let's go ahead and go over here and see what's up over here. Because this over here seems to be a little bit more than what's on this current field, but I'm not sure. Okay, this is a lot less than I thought, but this might be just enough to get at least a few bales. Okay, so I'm back. I decided to go ahead and finish up baling it here. Hopefully he gets done soon. I can finish up this field entirely, but I want to go over to field 12, and I would. Ooh, okay, back up. Come on. I would like to go ahead and collect anything that was over there. I'm not even sure if there was anything over there, but I mean, I would rather go ahead and check just to be sure. Because last thing I need is to have one extra bale just over there for no reason. Mostly just because it would bother me, like, to no end until I collect it. And I think there was one. Right here. I tried to get two, but I don't think I actually got two bales. Just for how little hay or star, whatever it's called, was here. Like I said, still kind of a bummer that we didn't get as much as I wanted, mostly because, you know, it washed away. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, and like I said just like 2 minutes ago, always could be worse. As soon as I get this dropped off, I'll go ahead and attach this tractor to my. Oh, never mind. We already have a tractor attached. Load here. Is this gonna still do this? Okay, good. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this one over to the harvester. Then, now, since I'm not actually baling, I'll go ahead and I'll move that tractor from the bale trailer, or bale transport trailer, over to my solar fertilized sower fertilizer cultivator. I don't know what to call it, so I'll just call it my sower. So I'll go ahead and just move it over to my sower, and it can start working on the fields. Cause wait, actually, no, never mind. We actually can't do anything to the fields, cause I forgot that we have seasons mod on. Oh my lord, I don't know how I forgot, but yeah, since we have the seasons mod, I can't grow anything right away. I have to wait until spring. I can't believe I was dumb enough to forget about that. I was like, wait a minute, that don't make sense, cause you know I have to wait for winter, cause if I do grow crops in the fall, uh, uh, they just end up going to waste. So it would be better if I just go ahead and not touch the field at all. Unless if I want to plow, which I won't be plowing in this episode or the next episode. I'll go ahead and do that some other time. Okay, while we're waiting on the harvester to do stuff, I'll go ahead and unload this. Load here. There we go. We got some. We didn't get too bad of money. Let me check how much we got for that. Wage, nope. Okay, bales, we got 4,000. So not bad at all. Now, we could have made a lot more if the rain didn't wash our stuff away. Looks like we're gonna be up for a while. We might end up working through the night just to finish up this field right here. Now, what would be cool in this game, or for the seasons mod, is if there was fatigue. Like, for example, maybe you move slower, or your controls are more difficult to use the more you're awake in the game. Because in the seasons mod, as you see up there, I can skip the night, which I won't be doing, because then, I might have just screwed myself over. Because what it does is it speeds up your time, and also the crop growing process. Okay, so not only can the rain wash away our work, they can also, also time can also make our straw disappear. I think it's like every 6 hours or something in the game. So things start to dissolve, or like they start to decompose in the ground. So we need to make sure we get this fast enough, because things, in a sense, can expire. That's not really that good, because then eventually this becomes very useless. But I also don't want to slow down time to do this. I want to continue keeping time at 15 all the time. Then we have all fall and all winter to do absolutely nothing. And I'm hoping the bales don't go bad either, because in that case, then that means I have to start collecting bales very shortly, like after making them. All we really have to do now is kind of just prepare things for winter, and alright, now this is ready to be used for spring, when we start actually using our sower. Then once it starts getting into the beginning stages of crop growing, we'll eventually use this for our weeds. Although, really, I don't see how our current weeder is a weeder. It looks like a spray painted mattress. Like I like the actual springs inside the mattress. Interesting. Very unique design. I don't see how this picks out the weeds without destroying the rest of the crop, but okay. It is becoming winter. As you can tell, some of the trees like here are are very wintry and don't have leaves on them. Except these trees. These are the only thing that is not affected on this map, which kind of stinks, because they would look good maybe without the branches, or at least without the leaves. But, I mean, They just never got around to it. But the other bushes and stuff like this are definitely affected. So, here shortly, perhaps it's going to start snowing. I would like to see that, because it was always so cool, kind of pretty, especially at night in the game. And as you can see, the mornings are very late. Let's go ahead and go here, have it set on 15, and let's check our prices. We are at a fairly high price right now for selling wheat. We can wait to midwinter to see if we can get any higher than this, because I'm not sure. It might be lower or it might be higher. So we can take the risk and wait, or we can sell right now. I'm thinking we should take the risk just in case, because if in the event of we end up not getting as much as we expect, hopefully it's of course that's not going to drop down too low. So it's only going to drop down a little bit, or it's going to be higher than what it currently is right now in midwinter. So we're just going to go ahead and wait this out. As you can see, the ground is too cold for anything. The air temperature is pretty cold. Looks like grass. Yeah, you can tell that the grass is definitely like very low and dead-ish. I wouldn't call it dead, but I wouldn't call it alive either. It's like as if you had just mowed grass and it just never changed. But anywho, so I don't know what to do or say, my lord. But I'll go ahead and get our tipper ready to start selling. So I'll go ahead and have this filled up, and we'll have an estimated location we gotta go to. So let's go ahead and check. Our place that we most likely are going to have to go to is at the Maplefield Mill, which is involving the tracks. Hopefully that price does not go down too much, but it seems like it's going to be going down a lot, sadly. But let's not worry about that. We'll go ahead and wait to see how the prices are. If the prices are bad, then, well, at least for the Maplefield Mayle, if the prices are bad, the prices are bad. But hopefully, by midwinter, they're up. But you know, I can't guarantee anything, because honestly, I've never been good with estimating and stocks. So let's hope nothing goes wrong. Okay, well, I'm back, and I was right. The prices would go back up for the Maplefield Mill, so we're going to go ahead and start moving everything over there. My favorite thing about Maplefield Mill is that technically, as soon as I get everything on the train, I'm selling it all at once, which is fantastic, because if I was to be selling it by the tipper full, you know, one at a time, then the price would go down as I'm selling it. But since I'm selling it through the train, and the train can hold a lot more, I can sell all of it right away. So not only is it faster, but I'm technically making more money, because usually later, the price would start dropping as I am coming back to sell it. Now, that's big brain right there. That was somehow calculated enough to be put into my brain, and I said it almost just right. I probably said it right, but I did probably say something in there that was wrong. But we're going to ignore that, okay? I'm going to test out some editing stuff, so I'm going to see if I can do a like fast forward mode, because I have yet to see that in my editing software. Okay, so our first upgrade we're gonna have to do is possibly our harvester, just because of how little the header is and for how short it is, or well, at least the arm of it is, because the arm, it goes out, and if I was to get any tipper bigger than this, it would barely make it over it, or sometimes the two mods won't even work together, and you know, the harvester won't empty, which is bad for, you know, because I would have wasted money. Oh yeah, hold on. Okay, let me check this. Yes! Okay, so, I had bought myself 2 Massey Ferguson fertilized spreaders. And what's so special about those is they were on sale for 20%. I have the prices down here, or written down. The full price for a Massey Ferguson fertilized spreader, which I'll show you right here. Right here, maybe? I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Right here is $4,800. I got it 20% off, which was $3,840. Now, if I was to actually head down to the shop, oh no, let's touch that and disconnect that, and let's sell this directly to the shop. I'm going to see how much money we make back. Now, like I said, I don't want to really do this, but in the event of if I do this on my own, I would like to know if this is feasible without using that money mod that they have in the game. So if I hit this, move back. Okay, there we go. Ah, okay. Shame. Well, we lost $2,000. But this also proves that right here that I get way more money back in the shop than I would if I was to sell it through my toolbar. So let's go ahead and just return these. We lost $400 in total for this experiment, but I'm glad I found out with this than spending a lot of money on something bigger just to find out the same results. So I'm pretty satisfied. Although not really, you know, getting anything. I thought I could find a loophole, but I didn't. It was fun, though. Okay, you know, let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's go ahead and sell this. I hope it's not out of the sell range. And it's not. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and get back to work. We only have one more we only have one more tipper full to handle. So, after this, then we'll go ahead and get in the train, and we'll go ahead and sell it. I just gotta collect that just because it's there. Alright, as that's empty, let's go ahead and get on this train over here. I mean, I don't know why a farmer would be qualified to ever use this, but we're qualified to, I guess. I mean, I'm not complaining. Stop. Because at least we don't gotta pay a person to do it. Alright, here we are. We're on the rails. And, oh, oops. Disconnected my controller. Okay. Some gold right there. I love the sound of the train horn. It's like really cool. Alright, here we are. We're back. Let's go ahead and slow down and ease our way in. Alright, slow down. Come on. There we go. And unload. Look at how much money we're making. Beautiful. I hope that was all of the crop. If it's not, then oof. Just big oof. Now, I like this mode because I, firstly, already know all the controls, so I don't need the help menu up at the top. I know the map, so I don't need the map at all. If I'm driving, though, I'd like to know my speed limit. But, I mean, this is a good schematic view, like for in case if you are to be recording or trying to do like some intro or something. I'll go ahead and show you how to do that in another video, though. Yep, alright. We collected everything we could. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and get in here, and let's open up our menus again, and let's go. Well, let's start it first. Alright, well, that seemed to be a pretty successful year. I mean, a lot less money than I thought, but, hey, it's money. Speaking of, I would like to go ahead and actually pay off this loan. Sadly, I won't be able to pay it all off, but, look. And let's go ahead and actually have that. There we go. So now, this money will be going toward paying our people to do the work, for planting and weeding, then, you know, for, harvesting. And also, this money right here will also be used to pay off that very little bit of loan we have, and whatever money we have, or for whatever other stuff that needs to be paid off, such as property maintenance and vehicle stuff. I mean, I might go ahead and hold off on repairing vehicles for 1 year. That might be kind of a risky move, because if I remember right, it takes only like a year or 2 years for stuff to start having issues with starting. Like, for example, if I do this and turn it on, it starts instantly. Well, if I was to if I wasn't to repair, then my chances of it start going down lower, and sometimes my vehicles can just break down in the middle of driving, or sometimes they just won't turn on at all. They'll say, I'm done. Then, obviously, I have to be done, because then they won't start, and I have to go find a way to repair them or have them transported back to the place to be repaired. I've not gotten to that point yet, but I've gotten really close. That rodeo does definitely kick butt. It will try and last as long as possible. Okay. Well, anyway, I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Let me go ahead and let me know what you think of the new series. Leave a like, comment, suggest anything, really, from any game, not just this game. And I will see you guys all later.